Trending on Kotion Radio and television with Sarah Agbo. Here we are on Trending today. I have Gabriel Okotie,
I'm happy to be here.
MKO All-Rounder.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for joining us. Avoid watching football if hypertensive, doctors warn. Medical experts in the country have warned hypertensive patients against participating in activities that cause excitement or put much pressure on the heart. Speaking on the possibility of what could have happened to those who died while watching the football match between Nigeria and South Africa on Wednesday, consultant cardiologist, Federal Medical Center, Jabi, Dr. Salau Ibrahim said the sudden collapse could be as a result of stroke, sudden heart attack, or stress-induced heart problem. Falana went to court asking that the federal government should be compelled to enforce the CPC, according to Monday Ubani. Monday Ubani, a former vice president of the NBA, has claimed that the legal action taken by his son, Femi Falana, to enforce the Control Price Act is a component of Nigerian law. He emphasized that the Federation's 2004 rules establish a control body whose duty is to set pricing for different goods. He voiced alarm about the widespread impunity that, along with the government's lack of action, we've been advised, the doctors advising anybody who is as hypertensive not to watch football match.
The doctor is advising the Nigeria concerning this AFCON that we are watching football. That if you are hypertensive, you should avoid too much excitement. You understand? Because being the hypertensive patient, you know your body, and that's advice from the doctors. What he's saying is true because we hear that many people has died for the past 3 or 4 days ago in this AFCON that is going on. Like this man, House of Rep, serving a House member by Cairo Ojogbo, that's the APC that's represented the data. They died in Abuja while watching the AFCON ball. So Ayuba Abdullahi also, the deputy bursar for Kwara University, also died while at the field center while watching the ball. Just like in Taraba, NYC members also he died where he's watching the football. Mikhaili Osundiji, that is Mikhaili Osundiji, also he died while watching the ball. And Osondu, they say the richest businessman in the Ivory Coast, the richest Igbo man in Ivory Coast. Why this man is a billionaire? Why is watching the ball in the Côte d'Ivoire? He has to die because when this man Osimhen scored the penalty that they eventually cancelled, when they cancelled that the penalty, the man just fall down before they could rush him to the hospital. The man eventually died. So I know. So that's why I see that the doctor advice, we should supposed to take the doctor advice very seriously. This time, this during this is a thing of joy.
Yes.
Really, but when you know that you have this hypertensive condition, please do it gently, and everything will be okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes,
Gabriel.
yes, Sarah. Honestly, I sympathize with the demise, those that we lost during this football match. The doctor has actually advised. I would say it's not only those that have hypertension and the rest, even a lot of people who never had it before, but because of the catharsis of that very game, a lot of people can develop it. Now, I look at it in my other angle that sports is one thing that unites us in this country. Like me, for one, when I was watching that match, it got to a time I have to go on my knees and pray to God and say, Father, please We have suffered enough in this country. Can you compensate us with this game? That's what I told my God that day, and he actually compensated Nigerians. So I look at those watching football today and those that are demised. These are true patriotic Nigerians. These are Nigerians that so much love their country. In fact, Nigerians, even at the point, they have the right not to even support Nigeria because of what is happening here. But they still say, despite that, they still say, this is my country, my country comes first. I must tell you, Sarah, it is only in this country that we have division. This one says Hausa, this one Igbo, and so on. Go and meet them in UK or in America. You see them, there's nothing like religion among Nigerians and so on. They always love themselves. So I think it's a sign of patriotism. Well, for those that were advised, actually, I don't know what to say about that.
It's a sign of patriotism, but they should know that
to
because
to
take care of yourself, because of those people that love their life now.
So what if they had won? Now the doctors say, okay, it is good to smile than to frown. What if you are watching and Nigeria they win? What I should advise is that when it becomes too crucial, like penalty kicks, or when the team becomes too crucial, just move away.
All right. Okay. On trending today, we have Falana going into courts to make sure that they implement the price control system in Nigeria.
Well, you want to react on it first, or I should react?
Let me react on it. Now, Falana went to court to compel the government we have the law before in Nigeria. We have in 2004. We have the law that control the prices, but the Nigeria president they've never create the board to serve that the law. So what Falana is to compare the courts to compare the government to control our price, because we need control of prices in Nigeria. Because every time we are talking of the Nigeria president, or it's not good the way they do these things, but the one we are doing to ourselves. You understand the way we are, because some things that is not supposed to more than 500,000 naira, but because you will say because dollar has rise, so we increase it to 2,000, 3,000. For what? What you are making in Nigeria? Imagine Denkeli. Denkeli is not imported.
That's
it's in Nigeria. Sweet potato. It's not imported. But Nigeria now, when you hear that dollar has increased and there's fuel subsidy, so intentionally we are doing ourselves, because inflation, the prices of goods now don't have even meaning. You can increase at your own peril. You don't even just want to increase.
All right. Let me hear your.
Well, I beg to differ with what he's saying.
Okay.
In price system, what determines the price of a commodity is either the availability or the non-availability of that goods. That's what determines pricing. Now, when a product is not available and you stress by all means to get that product, definitely the price goes high. Do you understand?
Yes.
And there are times that the demand may be equilibrium, and sometimes the demand may go lower. Exceptionally, where you have the only area where you have like the ostentatious goods that people have to use through their ostentatious living, no matter the pricing, people will still go for it, like beverages like beer and so on. No matter the price, people go for it. But the point here is this. I think Falana he has a lot of negative energy, and maybe he just wants to go to court and prove his prowess in English. Because the truth is that before a government can put price control, they must be in synergy with those that are producing.
Okay.
Now, a lot of farmers, example like in Benue State, the food bank,
go to the farm.
that cannot go to the farm.
Yes, I'll come back to you.
Insecurity, and so on. The food basket of the nation, Benue, is no longer that anymore. The people are being killed. We don't get yam. 1 tuber of yam, you know what it costs. Now, the person Sarah, you went to Benue and smuggle your way in with tubers of yam. And somebody is telling you, the government is telling you that you must sell at so price. Now, meanwhile, you used to buy it before, The drivers to Benue used to take like 2,000 naira from you. Now they are taking over 30,000 from you.
Talking about the
And they are telling you,
price of fuel.
and they are telling you that you should sell at their price. That can only happen if there's a synergy between the government and people.
That is why it's calling for price control act. You understand? That is why it's calling for price control act. Do you know that when you are talking of farmer, they drove farmer from the farmer, whatever you are talking, the excuses you are giving now. Do you know in a country, there's no country that they don't have price control. It's only in Nigeria that we don't have price control. You can remember when Buhari
Why
was
do you think we don't have it?
We don't
Don't
have
you think
it.
we don't have it because
It is
the
there.
government does not
Sarah,
want to
it is
implement
there.
it? Because, no, they are not implementing it because
They are
Do you
cutting corners
understand?
because they are not doing their
they
own
know-
bidding.
Yeah,
They are not doing their own part.
yes.
Their own part.
So,
Let me tell you. Do you know that
if
we
the
have
government will remove
we have
subsidy and
Nigeria-
subsidy will affect the people,
What
then
are we
how
talking
do-
about?
How
That
do they
is-
implement it?
Thank
no,
you.
They can
So,
implement it.
Thank
They
you
can
very much
implement
for
it
coming
and
to
help
trending. I
Nigeria.
think we
They
have
cannot
to
even
now.
They can-
in
they
the
can- they can
area
do
of
it.
petroleum.
They-
Now you cannot
Which
even
one?
tell Ipman. You can't tell Ipman, these private marketers. You can't tell them that this is what you will sell. He
Yes,
knows what
but
is
we are
going.
talking of food here.
It
Because
determines
now
the price.
the government now has said that it
It's
will
goods
reduce
and
their
services.
reserve. Do you know that the
It's
government
goods and
have-
services.
Do you know that the
are
government
talking
have
about-
Maybe
reserve
you should
rate?
go back to school
Do you
again.
know that government
You
have
and
reserve?
Falana should go back to school
Oh,
again.
do you know that?
That's
Alright,
what you
thank
have
you,
been
gentlemen,
talking
for
about.
coming
No,
to
no,
Do you
no,
know
no,
that
no.
we have reserve?
Well, what
Thank
is
you,
government
gentlemen,
is
for coming
promising
to
us
trending.
that
Please,
it will
can
give
you,
us a reserve.
whatever government do now
Trending
is parliament.
across your radio
It's
and
palliative.
television with Sarah.
It's not valid. It is